All right, YouTube, it's your boy Penny LS1 checking in. It's the next day. So if you watched my last video with the wheels, it's the next day. So I'm getting ready to do the final install on the Holley mid-mount setup. I've already got it mocked up, but I do need to take it off so that I can properly install the front timing cover. I just had 2 or 3 bolts holding the cover on and I didn't center it. So I do have a tool that you're supposed to use to center the cover. So y'all tap in the comments, let me know, are y'all using something to center the cover, or y'all just driving the bolts in and torquing it down? But this tool, based on what it looks like you have to install the cover before you put the seal in, because you can tap the seal in once it's on the car. This is the tool I was talking about. So you see it's this middle hole is the perfect size of the crank. So that'll fit over there. It's even got a little slot for if you got a keyway in there. But this actually goes inside of the front cover, and then you stick it on the crank and it'll perfectly center it so that you can put the bolts in. So also what I'm gonna do today, see these little fittings right here? These are tube nut, or these are the tube nuts right here. These are 3AN tube nuts for 3/16 brake line. These are the, what do you call this, the ferrule. So what I'm actually gonna do, I was playing around with the steam port setup on this one. If you don't already know, this water pump or this mount comes with it's already drill and tap right here. And I need to get this connected to this. So what I have is, this is a 3AN to 1/8 MPT that goes into here, and same thing right here. So I was gonna try to do it with this hose, but I think I can actually just bend a piece of this tubing, and the fittings is smaller. I think these are, yeah, because I think that's I don't know, that looks like a 4AN. This is 3AN, but that looks, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna go with these, and I got some galvanized steel that I can bend up and flare, and I'm gonna try to get that to go from here to here. Probably can make like an S, have it go here, here, and here, so it goes, and I can just bend that up. Hopefully I can get it right. So let me take this off. I gotta take this off because this one piece is gonna be heavy, and I'm doing this by myself. So we'll go ahead and take this off. I'm gonna use this. This is the same upper hose that I had on the last setup, so I'm gonna use this for now. But I do have something in mind to, as far as the upper radiator hose goes, that's gonna be pretty neat. But let me take the compressor off, alternator off, then I can take the whole bracket off, set it to the side, and we'll get to that front cover. All right, so I got it off. Nothing crazy, but this is what I was talking about. See, this is the tool right here. It's got to go like that, and it will actually slide into the bore of this, so it centers. So I'm gonna take this seal back out, and like I said, I may have to replace it, but I think these are 10 mil. Let me grab a 10 mil socket. Yep. So let me zip these off real quick. That's a 1/4 inch. Let me get I got a 1/4 inch right here. 1/4 inch dry ratchet. Get these off real quick. I only put one right here, and I think I put one at the bottom. And also, if you don't know, this is where my oil leak was more than likely coming from. On 4 corners, front and rear, because there was no RTV in the corners. So we did put it in the rear when we put the rear main seal back in, or the rear cover in the oil pan. So let me get this off. I can't reach it. Shit. Let me get this off, y'all. Hold up. All right. So I got the seal out. So like I said, I'm going to have to replace it. As you can see, I put a nice little gash in it. It's okay. I believe that's $10. But so as far as the tool, it just goes in the front part like that. Then you can slide it on the crank pulley or the crank shaft, and it will center it. I'm trying to do this with one hand for y'all. Uh-oh. We'll do it like that. Hold up, let me set y'all up. I don't have no, damn, I ain't got my tripod. Hold up, y'all. I can get it. There you go. Why I won't go in? Oh, there you go. So see how it's bottomed out right there? So now I just gotta get it to go on. I think that's right. Hold on, let me turn it around and try it the other way. Okay, so I went ahead and got it centered. I got the bolt started. I just need to get under the bottom and put these bottom two on. They go through the oil pan. So let me cinch it in because it needs to be pulled in some so that these bolts can line up at the bottom. So let me go ahead and just start driving it in. Oh wait, damn it. Boy, y'all was finna let me put this shit on without the damn gasket, bro. The gasket right there. Woo, almost messed up. Not really. I would have messed up if I didn't remember. But let me get this out of here. Let me take that back off. Cut y'all back on in a minute. God dang it. Okay, I just almost had a disaster there. So I got the gasket on. You can see it. I got it lined up again. So let's start cinching these down. All right, my bad, y'all. The camera got hot, or the phone got hot, shut off. It's not even that hot out here, so sorry about that, but I couldn't wait on it, so I went ahead and finished. So I do have all the bolts on. See, I still got the alignment tool in there. Everything's torqued. I got RTV in each corner, over here and over here, and I got the bottom two bolts. The bottom two bolts was kind of hard to get in because the gasket, the oil pan gasket, it was a little bit off on the bolts, so I had to force the bolts through there to actually get past the gasket. It was kind of a little bit offset. Hopefully I'll have no problems, no leaks, because that was the whole point of me resealing this whole engine. So let me pull this out, if I can get it out. Hopefully I don't have no issues with this. Shit, come out. Okay. Let me get that out, y'all. I need my gloves to pull it and can't get no grip. All right, well, I got it on. I got the tool off. Just had to use my rubber mallet to knock it out. I hope I can get that seal on with the water pump because I don't feel like going to get it right now. I actually don't even think I can get it by itself. I think I need to get it as a kit in the store, so I'm gonna have to order it off of Rock Auto to get it by itself, but we'll see, because it might not be worth ordering it. But let me go ahead and put the pump on, or the bracket / pump. And I got all the bolts, and I got my gaskets right here for the water pump. Let me get a blade. We'll get a blade, cut this open. See if I can do this by myself with this thing being heavy. So these go like this. There's 3 bolts on that one. I could actually put some RTV on to hold it. It's probably what I'm gonna do to hold it in place. Because otherwise it's gonna be hard to get it. Yeah, I'll put a little RTV right in the middle just to hold it in place. Sorry, y'all, I don't have my microphone. The microphone doesn't work with the phone. I don't know what happened. And I told y'all my camera is uploading, or the memory card for my camera is being used right now to upload the video of the wheels that I did yesterday to YouTube. It's taking longer than it's supposed to. I was hoping to publish that video today. Today is Sunday. I shot it yesterday. It's been uploading since last night. So y'all probably won't get to see that till Monday, but you will see that before this one. I'm just speaking because I'm doing this the day after I shot that one. So let me get, I don't know why I put it on my left hand, but I'm just gonna get a little bit, put right there, just to hold this in place. Okay. You know what? Let me go ahead and time lapse this since my microphone ain't on, and y'all probably can barely hear me anyway. So let me put this on time lapse, and I'll cut y'all back on in a minute. All right, actually, before I put it on, I forgot there's a couple things I need to do to the pump. So this pump has provisions to put the heater hoses either on the side, like your traditional, or on the bottom. And then it comes with plugs to plug off whichever one you're not using. So I need to put those plugs on with some thread sealant, so I don't have to get under the car to do it. And I need to put this on the power steering pump as well, because once it's mounted, I won't be able to get to the bolts to put that on for the pressure side. So let me get these plugs. I think they're in here. Yep, so you got your outlets. Actually, I'm going to put all this on. So I was going to do AN on these, but I need to just chill out with the AN stuff. I already got my heater hoses, so these are going to be my ports that I'm going to run. I'm going to run the side ports, and I'm going to block off these bottom two holes. So let me get my thread sealant on here, and here are the two plugs right here. So I don't even know if I have that big of a what is that? Shit, that's probably a 50 mil Torx. Let me see if I got Torx that big first, because otherwise I ain't gonna get them in there. Hold up. All right, so I don't even have a Torx big enough. Biggest one I got is it says a 12, and it almost fits, but it doesn't. So I'll put these. I'm gonna have to put these on. Make sure. I think I should be able to get to them. Shit. It's gonna be a bitch. You know what? I probably should just run up to the store. I don't even know what size this is. Let me run up to this. Hold on. Let me look it up and see if they got some. This is a 12. It's probably like a 13. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I'm gonna wait till Colin get home. I know he got some bigger outlets or hex. So I don't feel like going to the store or stop that. So let me get my adjustable wrench. Tighten these up, and I'll just torque them down. Not torque them down, but we'll tighten them down when they get on. Once I put it on the car. But damn, can I get this on there? I probably gotta do this with that one. Let's see. Yep, I'll have to tighten it when I get on the car. But it's gonna be hard to reach the back one. So we'll get it snugged up as far as we can. These are pipe threads, so they taper. So it ain't gonna bottom out. So I feel it getting some tight. Just stop. All right. See if I can get this one. I wish the bottom were actual bolts instead of fucking Allen or hex. They were just hex heads instead of hex. Whatever the hell you call them things. My favorite ones that I hate. All right. Let's see if I can get one more half a turn or quarter turn once I get it on. Okay, so got that. So now what I need to do, I think I need to take, I gotta take the pump off of the bracket in order to put the, yeah, let me put this back in this box. Actually, let me put it in a Ziploc easy so I don't forget it. But I need to take this pump off so that I can put this on. I actually broke this the first time I did it. I had to take it up there and exchange it. I was just happy they let me exchange it without no problems, but This is actually pretty cheaply made. It broke right here because when I put it on, I put the banjo, because this has a banjo. So this banjo bolt, I had snugged it up, and then I was trying to get the bolt in here, and it wasn't lining up, and I bent it down trying to get it to line up, and it just cracked right there. So I told him if you know, pretty much failed, I don't know. I used a screwdriver to pry it, but I don't think it should have broke. If anything, it should have just bent. Sucker came right off. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about when I put it on here. But this is a banjo style setup with yep, got the 2 crush washers. What are those, 13? What am I socket at? So we'll go ahead and take this off. Hopefully I can get it on this time without breaking it. This little kit right here costs $100, bro. This piece right here with the banjo bolt, this bolt, and these 2 washers. This was $98. It came in the kit, but if you have to buy it separate, 90-something bucks. It should be a shame. Should be a shame. But cost to be the boss. Okay, so I need to take this off. Do I need a flathead? Is it tight? No, it's loose. What is that? Jeez. So, let me show y'all how it goes. It goes like this. Banjo goes there, and then there's a little bolt that goes in there. Now I know to not tighten it, because this actually slides. It's slotted. I had tightened it and it was off-centered. So I tried to pry it and I broke it. So thank you, Summit, for replacing that for me. No cost. So let's do this the easy way. We'll put this bolt on first. Well, we'll just slide it in there like that. So I gotta put these washers on. Let me grab the book and see if there's any, I doubt if there's torque specs on this. It's just got these aluminum crush washers. Y'all was getting a butt kicked. So we got one here, and one on the bottom. Okay, that makes more sense. And that is again the goddamn on hex. I hate hex. Hate it. I don't like this angle on this camera either, y'all. I know y'all probably like, why I got the camera like this? It's on a tripod, but I'm using my phone. Let me see. See, this is how I broke it the last time. Couldn't get that motor to line up. Come on, y'all. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, let me get my hex. That looks like a, I don't know. Let me grab the hex. Maybe a 3/8. 5/16. What did I do with that? I had the 5/16 over here. Dang it, what did I do with it? It's the 5/16. I can't find it. Let me get the metric ones. It's not a 7. Be an 8. Please be an 8. Okay, it's 8. Okay. So that'll work. Let me snug this up. This side. I'm nervous now. I'm scared to even turn that motherfucker. Let me see if it cracked. I'm looking because it cracked right at the joint. And this being banjo, we got to put some torque on it, some crush washers to smush down. So I'll do it by hand. But let me get this on here. Try to brace it. Okay. do. Okay, that. Yeah, see, I'm about to do this when it's on the, I don't know if I can reach it on the car. We'll see, because I can't get it with that. Let me get a longer wrench, longer ratchet. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the car, just because I can't get no torque with it in my hand. So let me get this back bolt, because I ain't gonna reach the back bolt when it's on the car. But let me just make sure it's, yeah, that ain't going nowhere. So this is the high pressure line, and it's to a 6 AN. So, and it's gonna go around the back like that. So, and I'll press the pulley on there too after it's on. I could put, matter of fact, I'm gonna leave this off, make that easier, make this easier to put on, so it won't be so heavy. So let me set y'all back up over here. So it'll be easier to do it like this, and I'm probably gonna put y'all on time lapse until I at least get it, get the 4 bolts and hold it up, or the 6 bolts. And I need my extension. Got it right here. Okay. All right. We'll put y'all on time lapse, and we'll get the. Look at that. These are moving. Okay. Time lapse. All right, so I got the bracket on. I've got everything torqued. Those are 18 foot-pounds. Those are M8 bolts. So now let me get this mounted on. Ratchet. And these are, I think these are the same. These are M8 bolts as well. So they'll be 18 foot-pounds. But let me find, get my socket, okay. Try not to bump the camera. Got no room in my garage here, man. All right. So I'm gonna show y'all what I was talking about on this power steering pump. See, it's gonna mount like that. So this right here is gonna come out back here. So I'll go from here to here with my line. So that's gonna be pretty neat. Before I had my line going way over here. So that's gonna clean up that whole front section. So now this just goes in there like this. Somehow. We got 1, 2, 3. I forgot how to do it. Oh, down here. Yep. Oh yeah, I got room to tighten it. So once it's mounted on here, then I can actually torque that, if it even has a torque spec. Since it's just a banjo bolt with crush washers. Hope I ain't blocking y'all. So we'll get these started. Yeah, I'll get that torqued up or tightened up before I get the, because the alternator won't cover that up once that's on. Okay, so got that. Where's my, oh, right in my face. Okay. I want to say, yeah, those should be 18 foot-pounds. Let me grab the book. Oh yeah, let me show you the book too. the instruction book that come with this kit. I was telling y'all how it was in color and it's very detailed. This is the book right here, and look how very detailed. So this is the bracket. These are M8 by 115 millimeter. This one is M8 by 50. That small one right there. It says right here, torque MA bolts to 18 foot-pounds. So let me find the power steering pump. Here it is on the next page, actually. Let's see. 18. The banjo bolt is 25 foot-pounds. Ooh, okay. So the bolts that I just put on, wait, it says after assembly, torque MA bolts. Okay, so the bolts I'm getting ready to torque now. Damn, can I get that? I can't get that back one. Nope. But it's the ones you mounted. Let me see. Okay, yeah, the ones that I just used, I can put M8 30 up, 18 foot-pounds on these bolts that I just put on. The pulley can go on afterwards. And then this banjo bolt right here, 25 foot-pounds. Seems like a lot, but so I got it set for 18 right now to do the, I don't like this extension. Let me get a shorter one. I don't need this long one for this. Oh, felt like it was gonna slip off. So hopefully that video will finish uploading tonight and it'll be ready for tomorrow. And I can publish it. And then I can do this one right after. Cause this one, that way I should have uploads 2 days back to back. I can get to that back one. I think. Let me see. Cause it's the same. Let me see. I can, but from the bottom. Let's see if I can reach it. I can't. I'll get it from the bottom. Banjo boat, 25. So let me set the wrench. 25. Get 25 foot-pounds on there. Seems like a lot. And I do need the extension on it. No, I don't. I would do it like this. Is that the right one? Yeah, it is. Ooh, I hope I don't break that pipe. Boy, that seemed like a lot. 25 foot-pounds. So that's torque. Everything's on. Okay. What next? Since we're over here, let's go ahead and do the alternator. Okay, put the alternator on. I don't think I need anything else on there. Nope. So this goes like that. And there's two. Well, let me put the bottom one on first. There's two Allen head. One's a button head. The button head goes here, down here. See, button head. My favorite boats. Psych. At least it's an M8 though. It's not a small one. And then the top one is just a standard hex type. That goes there. And I think those, okay, so let's get these tightened up, snugged up, and then I'll torque them. I'm gonna use my electric ratchet because I hate ratcheting by hand. Excuse the loud clickety clackety. We'll go with the standard. Let's see, for this one. Torque it here in a minute. Get the smaller one. Put that in there. It's not even started, is it? Wait, is that the one? Seems kind of small. Let me use the hand ratchet first. This one seems kind of small. This is 7/32. Let me see if it slips. strip these because I hate these bolts. Allen bolts, I hate them. Okay, well, see, that's why I hate them. Shit gets stuck inside of it like that. I guess because I'm using the wrong size. I don't know. Oh man. Get my mouth. See what I'm saying? I hate that. I don't even want to use that to torque it. This is 7:30 seconds. Let me find it. This is the one I'm talking about. It's 36 foot-pounds. Ain't no way I'm gonna torque that and screw it up with the wrong. So this one here, what is that? That's a 5 on the metric, and then it was a 8. No, 8. Damn. Yeah, that would have slipped out. Or was that a 5? Oh, no, that was a 5/16 on standard, 8 on metric. So let me do that one. 36 foot-pounds. Wish me luck. Nah, this one's good. It's got good. It's nice and deep. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's see. Take this one out. We'll keep that like that. Yeah, I ain't about to get. Well, actually, I can. I can get it back here on my electric ratchet. Barely. I'll take the valve cover off. It's just sitting there. It ain't got the gasket on it. Okay. Can I get this in there? Nope, it's too big. Man, nobody got time for all that. I ain't gonna better torque it then. At least not to the spec. This side I will. It's always something. Always something. Oh, and this impeller water pump, it has a gasket on. I already put that on before I turned the camera on. And there's button head bolts behind here. Has holes so you can access it. I stripped one of them, so I have it sitting on a workbench. I gotta go up to the hardware store and get one more bolt. I got all of them torqued except for that one. I'm not sure what happened, but I felt it slipping, and sure enough, that sucker stripped out just that one bolt. All the other ones were fine. So we'll get that one squared away tomorrow. But I'm trying to get this video for y'all. Don't want it to be too long, but y'all know I edit my videos, so I might have enough room to get the ratchet here now since the bolt got pushed in. So, because this has a black sleeve that needs to get pushed in. Let me see if I can get the socket, the ratchet in there. Yep, just enough, barely. I'm trying to get it engaged, but I don't want that one to slip. Get your butt in there. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be hard to get out. I can't get it. I need a flat one. My chrome ratchet, it's got a flatter head. Yeah, that won't fit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just gotta get that pushed all the way. All right. I might be able to get the torque wrench. I don't know. Let's see. See what these bolts torque to. On the back side here. Yeah, I can get it. It's got a flat head on it. So back this off to 18. Colin got the fancy torque wrench if y'all wonder, that digital one that we were using. But that's necessary when you're doing heads because of the degree. Get it off now. That's the only thing about this. These freaking bolts. Get your ass off of there. All right, y'all. So it's the next day. I went and picked up a couple more tools. I got the socket for these plugs for the water pump for the heater hose jacket or heater hose inserts. So I'm about to put those in. I went and got some new seals for the coolant for the rear section, because I'm using the stock ones on the rear. And I thought I was gonna be able to put the crank pulley on, but I forgot I need an install tool for that. That stock bolt is not long enough. So I may run to the hardware store and just get a long bolt or some all thread, but the ICT one is like 24 bucks at Summit. So I might just go pick that up. But I was just at Summit earlier today and I didn't know I needed it. Know what I was thinking. So we'll do that later. But for now, let's get these plugs in. We'll get these put on. And I'm gonna go ahead and start mocking up the steam port, that hose or the line that I have to make from here to here. So I'm gonna get all this buttoned up real quick. I'm gonna start bending up the lines. I got my lines right there and the fittings and everything like I showed y'all earlier right here, and my tube nuts. And I'll show y'all how that looks in a minute. So cut y'all back on in a few. All right, cut y'all back on. So tell you my progress. I've got the plugs in the bottom of the water pump. The valve covers on, the gasket, you can see the blue gasket. And I got the bolts in, these are torqued. I thought I was gonna have to go get a tool for the harmonic balancer, but I was able to tap it on with my mallet. I was able to get it on just enough so where the bolt can grab some threads. And I used the original bolt, the bolt that came off, to seat it. The instructions now say to torque that bolt to 240 foot-pounds to seat, then remove that bolt, and then use the new bolt. Well, it says use a firewall holder. I don't have the firewall holder, but I do have this. This is the pulley. Let me see. I bought this some years ago. Universal pulley holder. So rather than holding the flywheel, I'll be able to hold the pulley. That's how I did it last time. So I'm gonna get ready to put that on. So once I get that installed, then I'll torque the new bolt, take the old bolt out, and then put the new bolt in, torque it to 59 foot-pounds. We're gonna do 59 foot-pounds. Where is that? The new bolt is right here. This comes in the kit. As you know, these are supposed to be one-time use only bolts, the GM bolts. So let's get this pulley holder tool on and see if I can't get that to 250 foot-pounds or 240. All right, so I made some progress. Y'all see the build is on, or maybe you can't see. I'll let the garage door down in a minute, but I got this, the hoist is outside. But I got the pulley on. I pulled the old bolt out, so now I'm about to put the new bolt in. You can see my little pulley thing here. I get it. I had to put it on the back side, so only way I can get it to grip. And it's, dang, got no light. It's being braced by the frame. So I was able to get it torqued. I pulled the new bolt, the old bolt out. Now I'm gonna just put this new one in and torque it to 50 foot-pounds, I think it said. Yep, 59. So let me cinch it up real quick with my impact. We'll put it on, we'll just put it on 2 so it doesn't torque it too much. And then we'll cinch it up. And let's see if we can get this torqued to 59. So let me set my torque wrench up. Just the big one right here. It's a click style, but it works. So let me get it, I gotta turn that handle. So let me get it turned to 59. See if I can torque that. All right. So this shouldn't take much. 59 isn't that much. So, but let's get it started. Let me get some light in there. That'll help it much. Come on, baby. Doing it one-handed with an extension. See, that wasn't much at all. All right, so like I say, instructions said 250 with the old bolt. That seated it. Take the old bolt out. 59 with the new bolt. That's what they say. I'm just going by what they say now. They did say something about a degree. So let me see again what that says. Install and tighten the new bolt, 59 foot-pounds. At this time, reference the front of the engine with the handle of the wrench. Mark with tape where 125 degrees of clockwise rotation will be from where 59 foot-pounds was obtained. Rotate the wrench and bolt 125 degrees. Okay, so I need to do 125 degree. I'm gonna get Collins, he got the digital one, because I ain't finna do that. I'm gonna do it with the digital one. So I already got it at 59, and then I'll get the digital torque wrench and do 125 degree, and we good to go. So now let me work on these steam ports so that I can get the intake on. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the oil pressure sensor in the back so I don't forget. Let me plug up the NOx sensors. Let me drop the O2 sensor plug down so I don't forget those either. So cut y'all back on in a minute. All right, more progress made. Belt is on, like I said. Got everything plugged up behind here. Oil pressure sensor, cam sensor. Now I'm just gonna put the intake manifold on, map sensor before I put that on. But before I do that, I'm gonna use this right here. I know it says tire dressing, but it's actually it's for rubber tires and vinyl. I'm gonna use this to clean this up so it can look, so it don't look so ashy. And then I'll put that on. So let me do that. When I cut it back on, I'm gonna go ahead and have this mounted up. And then I need to put the spark plugs in and the spark plug wires. All right, y'all. So I know I said I was gonna turn y'all back on with the intake on the motor, but I forgot I had to finish the steam port deal. So I think I got it. Got a little kink right there, but I don't think that's gonna affect the flow of the actual coolant steam. So that's what we're looking like for that. These are 3AN. This is stainless steel fitting and two nut and little fitting. This is galvanized steel brake line, 3/16. And then these fittings right here are 1/8 inch MPT on this end, and then 3AN on that end. Same on this one. So mocked up. I just need to take these out so I can put some Teflon tape or some thread sealing on both of these, because these are pipe threads. And then I need to torque these down. So that's the mock-up. And then I'm gonna take it off so that I can put the paste. I don't have to take these off, I just need to torque these down. Take these off so I can put the thread sealing on there, put it back on, snug it up, and then I can put the intake back on. Boy, we're working. All that recording, it was on time lapse. But anyway, I finished torquing all the bolts down, and what I was saying was the torque specs on this intake manifold is kind of sketchy. they want you to do a first pass at 44 inch-pounds, starting in the middle, working your way out in a crisscross pattern. I was able to get that, 44 inch-pounds. The second pass, they want you to do a second pass at 89 inch-pounds and the same, work your way out from the center crisscross. I got a couple of stress fractures in my mounting bosses. A couple of them are bigger than stress fractures. So I got all but like maybe 3 to torque to 89 inch-pounds because I was scared of I was gonna break it more than it already is. So if you can see right here, this one, see that crack? That's a pretty big one right there. You see it? That one and this one right here is the worst. You can see it right there. See that crack? So I was scared, but this one right here is not as bad, but some of the other ones look like that. So I got the ones that I could to torque to 89 inch-pounds on the second pass. So we're running like this. So I'm actually in the process of picking out another intake manifold. I'd like to stay with this one if I can, but it's hard to find a new one. I don't think you can find a new one. This is the LS6. And I believe you can still get an LS3, but I can't use that. I need an LS2 intake. Those, either the LS6 or LS2 will be a direct fit on the stock. And the aftermarket ones I'm looking at is the Holley Ultra Low Ram and maybe one of the BTRs. The rest of them are super, super expensive, like the Phytech, not the Phytech's actually pretty reasonable. The Atomic, the MSD Atomic one and the Fast, those are super expensive. So, but I'll leave that for another day. This will work for now. I got it torqued down on the first pass. I'm still running my factory PCV valve. I've got the valve is actually in here, the little check valve, and I still got my factory mounting. Everything is factory. So I may run a catch can later, but it works the way it is now. I didn't have much blow by in my oil. I know I was missing something the other day. Anyway, wind blowing stuff everywhere. So now let me go ahead and run this cable. I got this bracket. I've already had this. This is I bought the cable and the bracket when I first did the swap. This low car cable and the low car LS mount bracket for this intake manifold. So I got to take these fittings back off. That's why I taped it so they wouldn't fall off. Then I got to screw them in here so that I can run the throttle cable back to the throttle. What is this? Huh. Anyway, so let me do that, and then I'll go ahead and start putting the harness on. All right, so I got the cable. At least I got it mounted. I still got to put the little cable stop on the end before I put it in the throttle body. So let me go ahead and get the injectors plugged in. That should be easy enough to do. And then I'll get the coil pack. Man, this needs to go under here. Or do I? Nah, I'll keep it on top. Nah, it goes under because if I ever have to take the harness off, I don't want to have to pull this off like I'm doing right now. This shit here this is the PCV, the factory PCV back tubing. Let me get my little pry bar for panel removal tool and pop that up so I don't break it. Because then I won't have any tubing for my valve cover vent. I just put a new ground in there too, so I don't want to mess that up. I just pushed this in too. Come on, baby, get your pump up. Yeah, that mother, you can tell it's new. Actually, I had a 2-pack of Mr. I think it was Mr. Gasket valve cover grommet. There you go. Shit. So I'm gonna put this underneath there. There we go. But I bought that grommet when I first started painting my valve covers, and it came in a pack of 2. So when I repainted them this time, I just grabbed the new one and stuck it in there. So I still got the old one. It's pretty decent, but where's my oil pressure sensor? Okay, it's good. Dang, it's hard to get in. I have to put some type of lubricant on there. Man, it went in fine just a few minutes ago. And I did it from the opposite side of the car. Yeah. I'll push it down a minute. All right, let me get these injectors on. 4. And I'm gonna show y'all my coils, man. I want to get new ones, but I'm on the fence on which ones to get. Someone said stick with the factory, but man, them suckers are expensive. So this is the alternator. This is right here. This plug is actually on the bottom. So alternator, IAC, TPS, and my math. Yep. So this stays over here. Man, yeah, that one's gonna blend in nice. So let's go. It's mounted. So we can go here with this. Go here with that. I might get a new sensor because that one is crusty. It might be the one I get that came with it from the junkyard when I bought this throttle body. So everything's over here is plugged up. Oh yeah, the alternator and the temp sensor. Where's the temp sensor? I know I ain't tripping. Did I plug in the wrong one? I think I did. Oh, it's right here. I was about to say. Temp sensor. Wait a minute. Did I plug in? I hope this is the right one. Yeah, that's it. So temp sensor here. Oh, that's perfect space behind this alternator. Put the temp sensor in. And then I can take the alternator one, run it behind there as well, and plug it right there. Actually, you know what? I can't use this one. Just thought about that. Because that's the Holley alternator, this kit actually came with its own, oh, y'all didn't even see nothing I was doing. Let me bring y'all down. This kit actually came with its own harness for the alternator. So it's got a, I think you're supposed to run into a key on or something like that. So I'll read the instructions. So I have to do some research because I don't know if I'm supposed to splice this into this or just use this as a standalone. It's the same plug as you can see, but I'll do some research because I can just tuck this down here somewhere. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it up here for now so I don't miss. So I'll do some research to figure out. I know I have to hook this up to a key on, but I don't know if it needs to be in line with this because this is it's a 2-wire. Same plug, but it's 2-wire. So that red one is on this side. I'm assuming that's the power. And then it's got a brown one on the opposite side. So in this yellow one from Holley, it just got the pin over here, which is the red one. So I could technically tap that, but let me do my research and figure that out later. So everything over here is on. Let me go on this side, put the injector harness on, and then I'll pull those coils out so I can show y'all how crusty they are. And y'all give me some advice on which ones I should go with for some new coil packs. Let's get these injectors in. Let's go. Where's this? Oh, that's the map sensor. Okay. So we'll go 1, 2. Damn, this one doesn't even reach. Is it 1? Oh no, it'll reach. 3. I should have put that under there, shouldn't I? Pull that garment out the way. Oh, no, that's okay. And actually, if I can, no, just like that. Okay. All right, let me grab these coils so y'all can see how crusty, rusty these suckers are. And I need to mount them. To these core brackets that I painted. I'll show y'all here in a second. But before I do that, I probably will clean them. I don't know how. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna put it right here. Then I'll zoom y'all in a minute. Look how crusty these are, man. That ain't gonna flow. You see the core bracket? Well, they don't look bad on camera. So this is the bracket right here that I got. This is an ICT. It comes polished aluminum. I just painted it black and I've already damaged the paint, but I ain't gonna repaint it, I don't care. So I'm gonna mount these to here, but before I do that, I'm probably gonna use that same stuff that I used on the intake that I said it was for rubber and vinyl. It's plastic rubber vinyl, or something like that. So you can use it on your tires, your dash, any hard plastics. So let me put some of that on here to give it a little bit of, it's like lotion for ashy plastic. So I'll do that, mount these on here, and I'll just throw them on there and I'll cut y'all back on later. All right, so I got the garage door closed. Now we got better lighting. Of course, the hoist is in my way. So I went in and did the driver's side bracket. So now I'm gonna put the passenger side one on. And I'm only able to get 3 bolts in this bracket just because of the way the AC box is in the way. I can't get this back one in, and then it throws off the alignment also slightly. So I'm gonna get, matter of fact, let me start them first because I need to chase these threads. Since I did paint these, I didn't chase them after I painted them. So let me just put one in. I think this is one that I can get in. All right, not that bad. Yeah. I guess if I get the socket right, or the ratchet. Come on, baby, get in there. I guess I broke 2 soon. There we go. Okay, got that one. I may have only got 2 in this one. I don't remember, but let's see. That's 1. Maybe this one. Oh, let me see. That one's easy. So I'm not sure which ones I actually got in here. But I want to chase them before I put the bracket on. So I got that one, that one. It may have just been them 2, but I got 3 bolts. So I put 3 over there. I might have 4 over there. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and mount this up here. Yeah, I think it was just that one. And well, this is in the way for 1. Damn, is that why I had that neck on there? I can't remember, but it's possible. Because that's actually in the way. We'll find out in a minute. Let's get this one on. And we'll try to get, where's that other one at? Right here. Get that out the way. Let's get these 2 on. Let's see if I can get my filler cap in there. If not, I'm gonna have to put that neck back on, which I don't want to do. I don't want to put the neck on. Go too far because I don't want to break the paint. You motherfucker. Ooh. Ah, shit. Let me get my baggage, y'all. What am I having baggage there? Boy, I tell you. At least it ain't a 10 mil. I can't find my magnet, man. I just had it yesterday because I dropped something. Where the hell is that magnet? Damn, I think I put it in my pockets. It's probably in my pants upstairs. God damn. Let me get a pic, see if I can get that. Drop the 8mm in the goddamn. I can see it right there. Nah, I can't reach it with this pic. Wait, can I? Let me see. Maybe I can. Okay, I did get it with the pic. I wonder if y'all saw that on camera. Yeah, y'all did. Let me play it back. Hold on, y'all. All right, shit. Got to be more careful. Let me put this cap on if I can get it. This little thing might be in the way. It is in the way. Damn, I didn't want to have to put that neck on there. There's got to be a better way. I guess maybe with those other different types of coils. These LS1 coils are big. So I'm going to have to put this back on there. I to put this on there. Let me see. Can I even get it? It goes like, oh, I gotta put it on. Oh, see, yeah, I've had that on before the bracket goes on, but I can get it like that. Yep. So I have to keep this. I have to use this because this cap is too thick to pass this little deal right here. So I'll figure something out later. But I definitely ain't changing coils, at least not as long as I got. Not as long as I'm using this harness, because I don't want to get no adapter for the. Actually, you know what? I could get one because I think this is the same. I think the sub harness is just different. I'll look into that. So if I switch coils, like if I get the LS2 style coils or the truck ones, they mount different. So they're like these mount this way instead of the long way this way, vertical. So let me finish snugging these up, these two bolts, if I can get it now, with this thing in the way. Yeah. Get that snug down. Did kind of just crack the pan in a little bit. But. So I think that's all I had on that one was the two bolts. Oh well, it ain't gonna go nowhere. So those brackets, it's mainly because the box, the AC box is in the way. So it's kind of throwing off the alignment. All filler cap on. So that's it for now, man. Let me holler at y'all for a second. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. So we got the top end of the engine put back together. I just need to go and get some more degreaser. I thought I had enough. I need to degrease the underbody of the vehicle before I put the drive shaft and the exhaust back on. So I'll do that this weekend and I'll get y'all a test fire. So in this video, we went over the installation of the Holley mid mount. I didn't go into too much detail as far as depth. Like I said, the instructions are very, very thorough. If you have any issues, let me know. You can always reach out to Holley. Their instructions are very, very precise. So we got the Holley mid mount mounted up, got the belt on, everything came out, turned out pretty nice. So this weekend, I'm gonna degrease the underside of the car, drive shaft, exhaust, O2 sensors, spark plugs, wires, and put the battery in. I'll put the inner fender on this side in so I can put the battery, and then we'll connect everything up. I can fire it just like this. All I gotta do is connect this wire right here to the battery, and then on that side, the wire runs to the alternator, and then everything else is hooked up to that little distribution block over there for the power to the inside. So we'll do that this weekend. So I want to thank everybody for rocking with your boy. If you're not already following me, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at PennyLS1. Appreciate everybody for your support. And until next time, you already know PennyLS1. Holla at your boy. When I did the startup, let me do it